what's going on, Jam fam? So I know I'm a little late on this, but the Doug sneak peeks dropped yesterday, so we're gonna go over to Kairos Time's video. I'm gonna react to it, just like I did with Cordelius. So as we go through the video, I'm gonna give you my thoughts on everything from his base kit, to his star powers, to his gadgets. You know the deal, so let's just jump right into it. All right, so here we are. Like I said, we're gonna be watching Kairos Time's video. We're gonna check out everything that he's got to say about Doug. I'll give you guys my thoughts as we work through it, and yeah, let's get into it.
Doug is the newest mythic brawler coming to the game, and he is the second brawler in the Velociraptors trio along with Buzz. He is super.
Not gonna lie, I am very excited for Doug. I thought he looked great.
Kind of the opposite of Buzz, who was very strict about everything. I'm pretty confident that he works at the hot dog
He's so
stand
cool,
at the
like
water park or something like that. But
so first things first, I just want to say I love his derpy design. He looks stupid and it's fun and I enjoy it. So I'm excited about that at least. Okay.
Hot Dog's main attack is snack attack. Yes, hot dog. That's
so
right.
it's just like Jackie's attack where it's just a circle right around him. And how much damage did it do?
The closer he is to targets. He also
900 at max range.
That are hit by the attack, and the amount of health that they recover is also dependent on how close they are to Doug. Other than that, though, his attacks are pretty much exactly like Jackie's main attack.
He does 1200 damage up close.
Walls. It can hit any.
So he does really low damage and moderate healing, I think at best. 540, 720, 810.
Very good. Doug.
So I mean that's not. So those numbers are kind of low, but it's not like the worst because he can heal and attack at the same time, kind of like Poco. But his range is a little bit shorter than Poco. So I don't know if it's great, but I do like it. I like the design.
Doug's super is second serving, and this is where I think he actually has some pretty good potential. If he auto aims,
yeah, this is the most unique thing about Doug for sure is the revival potential.
Hot dog, and if he aims the hot dog, he can actually hit teammates, which will mean that while they're holding that hot dog, it will bring them back to life. Now, brawlers that are revived with this ability come back to life with half of their total 50%. Health.
Okay, so that's not super toxic because he said one ammo too.
Than what they had when they
one second.
Half of their total
half
health
HP
and one more ammo
and one
than
ammo.
what they had when they were defeated.
Oh, one more ammo than when they had when they were okay. So I thought it was going to be 50% HP and one ammo. He said one more ammo. So if you have no ammo, you have one. If you had one ammo, you'll have two. If you had two, yeah, you can do math. But yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like that's super toxic. It is a little bit annoying, especially if like it's a tank that goes down because they're gonna respawn with like 4,000 HP, which is a little tough for some people. But it depends on the situation, of course, right? So I mean, it could be toxic in certain against certain. I cannot talk. Jesus. So what I'm trying to say is that it would be toxic against some comps, but other comps can deal with it a lot better. It just depends on how many short range brawlers, how much burst damage you have, that type of stuff.
In order for Doug to use it on a teammate, he actually has to hit them with a projectile. So if he misses, the super is wasted.
Okay, so it's just like Gus in that regard. And the fact that if you don't die before the hot dog wears out and the hot dog gives you no other effect other than revival, that kind of balances that out a little bit because while it could be super good in certain situations, it can get totally wasted. Like Kyra said, you could either miss your shot or you could die the second after the hot dog wears out or something like that. So it's pretty situational, sounds like.
Doug's first gadget is double sausage. This makes it so that Doug's next attack.
They did not call it double sausage. What are they doing?
Will deal no damage at all, but it will heal teammates for double the amount that it normally would. This is obviously really great.
That's a really nice support gadget right there to do double healing right away. I mean, that's pretty nice. No other healer quite has that potential. He healed, what was it, 3,600 HP to that spike?
Will deal no damage at all, but it will heal teammates for double
900 there, 3,600. So yeah, healing 3,600 HP. Obviously, that's insane. You can only do it a couple times a game, and it's very situational when you want to do it, but that is nice.
Obviously really great when enemies are nowhere in range and you need to heal a teammate that obviously needs it. Doug's second gadget is Extra Mustard. This gadget is pretty much the opposite of the first one. It makes it so that he will not heal at all with his next attack, but his next attack will deal double the damage.
So I feel like dealing double damage. I feel like that is gonna be the more preferred star power for most situations because especially if you're like running with randoms or like maybe Power League or something like that, some comps are gonna want the extra healing, but normally you're gonna want communication and organization for that, where just doing more damage is normally the way to go when you're playing with randoms and stuff like that. So I feel like the most popular star power is just gonna be to double your damage, but there's definitely situations where doubling your healing is better. So I do like both. I like that both of these are different styles and that there's like a, like more offensive, more supportive build, that type of stuff. So, I mean, that's really good. That's really good for diversity and stuff like that and balancing reasons. So I like it.
Doug's first star power is fast food. Any brawler that gets revived by Doug's super, including himself, will get a buff to their movement speed for 3 seconds. Now, just to be clear,
So they only get a buff to their movement speed, no extra damage or anything like that? I thought I saw, well, it could have been because he was low HP, right?
Is fast food. Any
so
brawler
here
that gets revived by Doug's super.
Okay, so yeah, his gear activates here. That's why it looks like he does extra damage,
including himself.
But he gets extra movement speed.
Movement speed for.
I don't know if that's actually good. Movement speed is normally nice to have, and in like modes like Brawl Ball, that could definitely work pretty well. But I don't know if that's gonna be the go-to star power. I guess it depends on what his other one is. I haven't looked too far into any of the leaks of Doug or anything like that, so we're gonna find out in just a second here what it is, but...
Doug's second star power is self-service. This star power allows Doug to heal himself 20% of the healing that each of his main attacks would heal. Keep in mind that the healing...
I like that. I think that's great. That would be my preferred star power for him personally. When I get Doug, that'll probably be the one I main, just because it gives Doug a little more sustain, and that's kind of what you want when you play a tank brawler, is you want to be able to stay on the field as much as possible, and he's a support, so he kind of doubly wants to stay up as much. So he wants to be near his friends, he wants to be healing, he wants to be on the field as much as possible. So I feel like this is definitely the better star power to, no matter what your gadget is, to just run this star power. That way you can do your job for longer and more often.
From his main attack as well as this star power are affected by any kind of damage boost. So if you increase the damage he deals, you'll also increase the amount that he heals. This
okay, so damage gear is definitely what you want to run on him too then, huh?
Heal himself double the amount if you use it. This is going to give Doug a lot of HP because he can heal pretty much anywhere. Now it's time to put Doug through the test and
he can heal himself even when he's not attacking something?
HP because he can heal pretty much anywhere. Now it's time to put Doug through the test. Doug definitely does not have the fastest reload speed, and he only deals an average amount of damage even when he's right on top of the boss. He gets a little help from 3 of his gadgets, but it still takes him 51.
So he's not really good at damage over time or sustained damage.
63rd place.
That's okay though.
But one of those attacks gets power doubled from his gadget. He deals a total of 7,200 damage, which puts him in 56th place, and that's enough to actually 3-shot most brawlers in the game.
He said 7,000 damage.
A total of 7,200 damage, which puts him in.
That's not nothing for sure. 7,000 damage, like you said, you could 3-shot a lot of brawlers. The problem is Doug has short range, so it's, you know, you're playing a tank. You got to be able to get close to him. You're gonna want walls. You're gonna want cover, stuff like that. So the fact that he can heal himself as he's moving up the map is nice, but you know, you gotta play around his short range, of course. But 7,000 damage is nice.
DPS test, and he's only able to unload 2 attacks in 1 second. But once again, his gadget adds a lot of extra damage to one of those.
So
he's able to deal
5,400 damage in a second. That's
in 1 second.
Again, that's okay.
41st place. Now, up until this point, Doug has been worse than half of the brawlers.
So only two attacks in 1 second means his burst damage is a little low, but you can 2-tap some brawlers. I mean, it was 5,400 damage with your gadget, so I mean, that's pretty good.
Next, we have the 3-attack kill test, and as we saw in the assassin test, Doug's able to deal 5,400 damage with no help from his gadget and 7,200 damage with help of his gadget. And
yeah, so that's why I said with his gadget, or that's why I've said his damage gadget's going to be the preferred one, is because it's going to give you that a little bit extra oomph to be able to kill a whole bunch more brawlers. So, you know, you think 7,000 damage, you're going to be able to kill a lot of like mini tanks and a lot of the upper range, mid-range brawlers. So like Terra, I don't know if he can 3-shot Pam, but he's going to be very close to 3-shotting Pam, at least last I checked. You know, Mortis, I think he's in that range too. So with the gadget, he's going to be able to counter a lot of those types of brawlers. So I mean, that's pretty cool.
Doug's best test, and that is the survival test. Doug has some of the most.
Yeah, this is what I would expect him to be good at. Like this should be the main thing with that star power.
HP over time. He even gets a little help from.
Like I said, he's going to have a lot of HP. He's going to be able to heal himself up. His job is to be on the field and try to make sure he's healing teammates and dealing damage at the same time. Kind of like Poco, but in a tank form as opposed to like a range form. So that's cool. Doug is going to be like a very similar role to Poco, but a more aggressive version, I think.
His first gadget, since it doubles the healing from his attack. This test was also recorded with his new HP at 7,200 HP at max level. And it's the only test that actually gets to utilize his super, which brings him back to health.
Giving him the super, though, is a little cheating. I'm not going to lie, Kairos. little bit of a cheating move there. All right, well, there we have it. Overall, I think Doug's going to be pretty solid. I don't know if he's going to be game-breaking, but he's definitely going to be fun to play. He's going to be pretty low skill, and I'm pretty interested to get my hands on him. I do think that his star powers are a little unbalanced. I feel like the speed boost from the Revival Hot Dog can have its uses, but I think for the most part, you're going to want to run the second star power where you get healing from your own attack. I feel like that's going to be way better for Doug, and you can run either gadget depending on what you prefer. You know, if you're an organized team or if you're just playing with randoms, whatever, like I said. Again, I think Doug's going to be pretty good, but I don't know if he's going to be game-breaking. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments if you think Doug's going to be awesome. If you think he's going to be kind of mid, let me know. And let me know who you're more excited for, Doug or Cordelius. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like. And if you're new, consider dropping a sub as well. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. I want to thank you guys for watching again, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.